That is hi, welcome back. We are going to go into a territory that literally will mimic the Jimmy Carter era, or way worse. Because our strategic petroleum reserves are way down. We still have some electrified vehicles. You ain't going nowhere. Another fact. And I'm the trucking industry alone, what I'm seeing is taking a huge hit. I mean, everything in this country is hanging on by a literal thread. And if it happens, then my little trip to the doctor's office, I'm just going to do that little trip. And I'll sit there and I'll say this now so that people can begin to embrace the horror that is become this country. And between now and 2030, it'll be Mad Max. I suspect it will be Mad Max. So, what I'm saying to you is, the world's going to change in the next 2 years. And you're going to see a bunch of rich folks. They are going to be going to the bunkers between now and then. And if you don't have a bag, or if you don't have a place to live, you're not going to credit system. I mean, that they already have mapped this out to the very letter of the law. And I'm saying this as someone who has seen this openly. You know, how risky the change, which is the most stupidest thing ever, because some of the old rich people are starting to realize that they can't take the wealth with them. So you see him like Bill Gates, prime example. He is trying to give his money away because you know what he's done in his life has had consequences beyond the past. And I'll tell you this right now, as a man, that the world in which you and I are bullshit. It's all bullshit. Going all the way downhill. And if you think for a long, concentrated minute that the government's going to help you out, hell no. No, no, no. God, no. I'll tell you this right now so that you can mind that the government only owes, in my honest opinion, the government only owes three things: death, taxes, and my personal favorite that I entertain myself with is a kick in the butt up the road. That's it. But I would love to have a basic standard of living, because I'll tell you right now, this bullshit that we have gone has made me want to hurl. If you want to be perfectly honest, it makes me want to hurl, because what they don't realize, they're being controlled just like we are, rich folks. And yet they sit there and claim that they're lords of the universe. Well, that may be so to a certain degree, but let's really walk it through. And most people who deal with rich folks, and I say with rich folks, have no depth of responsibility. And do you know why I say that? They think of the white stuff. They think that it is not their fault that they were able to exploit tax loopholes, um, tax cuts, etc. It's not their fault. And somebody, a guy that now it almost feels foreign to say this is Donald Trump has said, I quit those things because I used it, which makes me wonder what other loopholes has this man used over time to, I don't know, make it where just as your birthright is now going to be opened up. And you're wondering what the hell I mean. Like water, the very thing that makes us who we are, water. It just seems like no matter what you are told my entire life, and what I see online, it seems like we are not that far out from seeing our whole world turn upside down. And right now, I think we're pretty close to the next black swan event going to happen. And it's just a matter of if. But when. And I wish I could give you a straight answer. I wish I could give you a straight answer that would help you make sense of what's it literally has been one of the weirdest times in our lives. I mean, they're trying to make it a post-crisis era. And I don't think it's going to happen. And you know what's happening. Because now, what does this look like? Sometimes what I think is that most people mindset that first jump down our throat. We have the traditional values shut down our throat. And I'm sorry, is going into a post what's that look? There's already and I hate to what that might look like because I'll tell you now, it's not going to do good for a lot of people. Frankly, a lot of people that if you study how stuff is done, it's usually the ones that last year won't survive. And I'll tell you right now that basically what I'm seeing as gets up wondering what was almost refreshing and wondering small switch, automatic, and the remote, or something changes in like really violent. And all I'm saying is something big now. Literally think popcorn into old fashioned now. Old fashioned things you do on the stove. That's the best analog that I can give you. And I don't know what to say. I mean, good God. Yeah, got we have a lot of calls a documentary a month ago where I should maybe I can all I know is all that and that's all I can and you what you can help yourself. You know, we're all I've been in the world long enough to know that you be trying to finagle, roll, and in the world and the world in which and all that. You know, it just makes me wonder how the world is working. I'm telling you, in we are, how they operate. They're telling you that they don't care about the old people trying to make it a lot. You know, so if we are ready, and do it. So never got to it. And really bound up to 1,000 years. Right now, and we really think, oh wow, this volume life. What else is so wrong? Because I'll tell you this as I'm getting to inching my way towards the place, and then I'm come into the hospital. I can't record, but I will tell you once I get done what the doctors do is saying. Okay? Alright, thank you. And welcome back. I'll tell you right now, it just really makes me upset that we've got a electric that is slowly fading away starting back in 78. They had traded away their freedom for security. Didn't the founding fathers, the very people that have won and won and won, don't trade their freedom away for security? Well, it took 350 years, and it's been about right. And this is in the oven era, looking at some of this stuff, the different construction, and it just blows my mind how this world has changed so much in my 40 years on this planet. It just blows my mind that most people who don't want to see with their own eyes how this stuff changes, and it never goes back to the way it was when you get that out of our head. And I'll say this now for those of you that like to subscribe. Thank you so much. It would mean the world to me. Now, with that being stated, where do we go from here? And if you're you know, if you were to treat that as an ideological timeline, and we're in the transition phase where Christ-centered says to God knows what. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little nervous. And I'll say this now. They're trying to do that right. New people have been there. Down to 5 to that little thing. Remember that? Yeah, that the Georgia Guidestones. Closure day. It's like seeing all the major drums that we should hit as a society. I think that's the gift is it seems like we are being confused no matter what we try to do. Not, and it just really, really, really makes you wonder how much of the society we have to reprogram or any of us are actually born. It just makes you wonder how much of it is actually, how much of it is just like that's a conspiracy people know. You know, you sit there and try to do that. Right now, the gas is my home county. That's a gallon. That is cheap, but I see it mainly going up to 60 again or higher. Because that's going to be a huge commodity. Most people are not going to be able to do I don't know about this at all. I know myself is everything not going to be fun. Yeah, preparing for a healthy guy here and putting mildly, we're going to become a self-contained country. I say self-contained, which we are at a point where I don't know. Like, what is there? Maybe it was the government. It wasn't the government. Make the labor. Make the labor not get back. Hi, everybody. I know this is the format and what I'm used to. This is the Island Switch Passport podcast. I am trying my best to show you what everything looks like on the screen. And as you can tell, I'm going to my doctor's my husband is my nail in the other. get. Uh, Now, you wonder why not. Well, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, I was supposed to be going to the doctor when it comes to my health. And I'll say this right now, that loud and clear. It really sucks that I have Parkinson's disease. Okay? I didn't ask for it. It just happened. My dad had it, my grandfather had it, and possibly my grandmother had dementia. Put it very bluntly, it's very difficult for me not to have this problem. Okay? It really messes me up as a man. It really messes me up as a man to think that he must have done very, very, very what he got for Parkinson's disease. Now, you may wonder how come somebody who, partly, I smoked from 18 all the way up to 2021, so off and on, so 2021, do the math. The math is brutal, and partly it's probably my fault. But in the same breath, I want to say this right now, that it is very hard for me not to blame my dad a little bit on what his part in it was. That's a huge part. Now, you may wonder why I am doing the recording. If my son brings a miracle that we will blow ourselves up as a species, I will join the rest that will be around and that we actually get to, regardless of what people say online or any of that baloney. And I'll tell you right now that it just really makes me wonder if people are actually ready for what's to come. People are actually ready for what's to come. Because where I sit, I'm just doing a little bit of political spitballing. And I tell you, political spitballing. People have no clue on what may or may not happen. And I use a lot of the language to make a point. But it just seems like what our species, actually our species, has a strange sort of way of conflict. And I say a strange sort of way as far as someone who don't trust the system per se, but sees it for what it is. Trying to eliminate what say the same thing. And I hope and I pray that people begin to that we are a habit of we should be know it all, that sort of thing. And I'll tell you from my own experience, it's going to go heck of a real quick. Because we're at a point as far as gas prices go, as far as the MOU is concerned. We are looking to go into a territory that welcome back. We have talked about. I'm just endorsing my doctor. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm almost all the way up to the hospital. It's been quite a journey. And I'll tell you right now, it is really tough. Not being able to do things the right way. Yeah, it really makes me wonder where I feel time. And it just seems like what we do, it's always something. And most people wonder why I do what I do. That you do while yeah, it's